Being remembered for the right reasons. Forget your opponents. Always play against par. This is the famous quote of Sam Snead, golfer.
Being remembered for the right reasons. In this chapter, we'll see the following topics.
Looking good. Feeling good. Sounding good. Seeing eye to eye. Getting into a right sight. Being interviewed by telephone.
You won't get a job if you don't leave a strong, positive, visual and creative impression.
Remember, an interview is a live performance. Look into yourself and tell me, is that you?
Do you feel both confident and comfortable when you go for an interview? Do you dress in a totally different style to the one you normally wear? Do you look good most of the time, or do you make a special effort for outings and interviews? Are you sometimes so absorbed by how you are feeling and looking that you forget to consider the needs of the person you are communicating with? Would you like to feel better about how you look and how you sound? Do you think increased personal confidence would help you build faster rapport? Looking good.
Georgia Bennett has quoted, "Polish yourself up first and your act second. Otherwise, you won't have an act."
Men and women wearing dark blue suits with white shirts and black shoes were considered 40% more believable than anyone else.
Wear one striking item. It could be a tie for a man or a scarf for a woman. Nothing offensive, but something memorable. Obviously, there are different dress codes for different fields.
Make sure that you are
Clean shower and wear clean clothes and shoes. Minimize perfume and aftershave. Covered always. Wear a jacket and tights with your skirt or socks with your trousers. The only visible bare flesh should be your face, neck, and hands. Check for smudges and dandruff. Take a hairbrush, mirror, tissues, and sticky tape. Wear creaseless linen. Feeling good.
Your first task is to make the interviewer feel good. You can use mirroring and facing techniques.
Here are some ways how you can help yourself.
Smiling.
It's almost impossible to be angry with someone who has a cute smile.
Double bind.
You will realize that your verbal message is less powerful than your body language because
It is difficult to be verbally aggressive or even disinterested with someone who is being physically positive and conciliatory. You can practice pacing and leading, raising an interviewer's level of interest and involvement, increasing the energy level in an interview, and gaining commitment. Check out your own natural body language tendencies and learn to moderate or exaggerate them at will. Agreeing with disagreeable people.
agreeing with disagreeing people can work to your advantage. Let me assist you with some techniques.
Breathe deeply and slowly. This always has a calming effect and is difficult to be loud and aggressive when your whole body is relaxed. Imagine your interviewee as a cartoon character, or just give him a Mickey Mouse voice. Only use this one if you find someone seriously threatening. In borderline cases, it may make you giggle. Sounding good.
Have you ever heard yourself speaking on the tape? Listen to yourself if you haven't, and then ask for a critical feedback. Also, you need to work on the feedback.
Seeing eye to eye.
Eye contact is difficult for many people. They know they have to do it, but they don't know how to do it.
People who make good eye contact take their cue from the people whom they are looking at. They look down when the first sign of discomfort appears.
If you suspect that eye contact is a problem for you, there are 3 things that you can do about it.
Practice with your interview group and get some accurate feedback. In the interview, make sure you have a cup of coffee and your CV to look down at from time to time. Don't look directly at the other person's eye. Focusing on their nose or forehead will feel more comfortable.
The sincerity triangle runs between the eyes and the nose. Avoid the triangle which includes the nose and the mouth.
Never allow your gaze to wander lower than your interviewer's face.
Getting into a right state. The height of accomplishments will equal the depth of your convictions.
Having a killer CV and all the answers isn't going to help if you're going to walk into with tension into the interview room.
If you meditate or practice yoga, you must be familiar with breathing techniques.
If you have never tried it, don't wait until you get into the interview. Start practicing now.
Meditate 5 minutes before your interview.
Being interviewed by telephone.
The advantage of phone calls is that you don't have to worry about the suit or the dandruff.
On the other hand, you're missing out on visual cues and there's no benefit of your smile.
So let us look at few important tips for attending telephonic interview.
You can still make the interviewer feel good about you by mirroring their verbal patterns and using a low-pitched, pleasant tone of voice. Eye contact may be impossible, but you should still look at the phone if you're looking at something else. You are not giving the conversation your full energy and attention, and that will show. It's better to stand than sit. Your voice will sound more energetic. And smile, of course. You can hear a smile. It affects the way the words come out. You can't know when you'll get the important call. So, when you're job hunting, make an effort to answer the phone clearly and pleasantly, with hello and the number. Use active listening. Say and yes, and ask questions regularly so that the other person knows you are paying attention. Take notes while you're on the phone, then you can quickly recap for the other person if they are called away.